Marco Rubio has just absolutely sold whatever ounce of dignity and respect he ever had. Watch this. We'll be back to talk about it.
I don't understand what the confusion is. This individual is a citizen of El Salvador. He was illegally in the United States and was returned to his country. That's where you deport people, back to their country of origin. Except for Venezuela, that wasn't refusing to take people back, or places like that. I can tell you this, Mr. President. No, the foreign policy of the United States is conducted by the President of the United States, not by a court. And no court in the United States has a right to conduct the foreign policy of the United States. It's that simple.
Well, first of all, courts aren't conducting foreign policy, you shameless piece of shit. They're trying to uphold the rule of law, something your boss doesn't give a shit about. But more to the point, to answer your question, when you asked what's the confusion is why you and everybody associated with this administration continues to lie about this. In court, the Trump administration admitted that this guy was not in this country illegally and that this was all a mistake. Now here you are in the Oval Office saying that he was in this country illegally. Here are some other clips of some other people pushing lies about this person.
Good luck with that. Carolyn Levin's exactly right. Every time I read a story about this, it's Maryland father. They don't mention he's a member of MS-13, who is a designated terrorist group, one of the most violent gangs in the world. They don't mention he's an MS-13 member. They don't mention he's an El Salvadoran citizen being held by the country of El Salvador. El Salvador makes that decision. Now the court said we got to facilitate. We'll facilitate, but El Salvador has full authority on this. Again, a terrorist threat. Now if somehow he comes back and that happens, he's going to be detained and removed again. He's an MS-13 gang member based on our intelligence and El Salvador's intelligence.
That's a lie. A lie that your administration admitted to in court. We're going to show another clip and then we're going to come back and talk about the significance of what Rubio said, what you said, what else we're about ready to hear. Hang on.
He is an illegal alien who has been living illegally in our country from El Salvador. ICE testified. An immigration judge ruled he was a member of MS-13. An appellate judge ruled he was a member of MS-13. Hard stop. He should not be in our country.
To the best of my knowledge, that's all incorrect. And here's the significance between what Pam Bondi is saying from the podium and what the whatever he is, borders are, whatever the fuck he is, saying to a news gaggle, or Marco Rubio saying to the press in the Oval Office. None of you are saying it in a court of law. Why? In a court of law, you guys are admitting that you made a mistake. In the court of law, you're saying, yeah, our bad, we should have never done that. When you get in front of the press, you want to lie and say he was here illegally, he's an illegal alien, he's a member of MS-13. None of which was true. Go into court and say that. Because you know you guys would be fucking stomped on by the judges. Because it's a fucking lie. You're presenting to the press a narrative you want to be real, and the right-wing media is going to implant that into the brains of all of the MAGA faithful, but it's not real. And you won't go into court and say it's real. You'll tell it to the press. You'll say it from the podium, but you won't say it after you swear an oath, will you?